Hello, NSA Virginia. This is Avish Parashar. I'm going to be presenting for your June 15th meeting, and I put together this little video just to give you an idea of what you can expect and to maybe entice you to sign up and attend if you haven't done so yet. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? It's going to be a great meeting. The title of the program is Unleashing Your Inner Comedian: The Art of Being Funny Without Telling Jokes. Now, as you can guess from the first half of the title, Unleashing Your Inner Comedian, this program is going to be all about how you can add humor to your presentations. Now, the nifty part is the subtitle, The Art of Being Funny Without Telling Jokes. You see, there are a lot of humor programs out there, and I think they're great. I follow them and I use the material in them. But most of them are focused on how to write jokes. How do you structure a joke, and where do you put the punch word, and how do you set it up properly? All great skills, but that's not really what I'm going to be focusing on in this program. See, in this program, I'm going to be sharing ideas from my background in improvisational comedy to show you how you can add humor to your existing material, humor that is natural and authentic to you, without having to resort to being a stand-up comedian. I know it sounds a little weird, but let me show you how we're going to do that. There are a lot of different techniques I'm going to share with you. One of them is that you can actually punch up the humor in a story or in a bit or even in just general content by simply changing and intensifying the emotions you use. So you don't have to go out and write a whole lot of new stuff. You can deliver the exact same material, change how you use the emotion, the entire focus and energy of the story changes. It's a really powerful way of improving stories, whether it's with humor or just making them better stories in general. We're also going to talk about your body language and facial expressions, how you can, just by adding some movement, some facial, some pausing, some nonverbal cues, you can add humor, again, without having to go and be a stand-up comedian. So it's very different, very powerful. The other thing I'm going to talk about is creativity. How do you access your creativity in a way that lets you generate material and humor and content that you can use that's authentic to you since you generated it? You didn't pay someone to write it. You generate it yourself. That's natural for you and funny. What I like to say in my programs is that in the 20 years that I've been studying, teaching, and performing improv comedy, I've never really taught someone specifically how to be funny. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, then what are you doing in this program? What I mean by that is all I've ever really taught people to do is how to access their creativity, think quickly on their feet, and then how to take that material that's generated from that creativity and mold it into material. You'll see what that means when you come to the program, but it's a very effective, fast, and powerful way to add humor. So whether you're a humorist or a comedian or someone who is a content speaker who likes to add some humor, or even if you think you're not funny at all. In fact, if you think you're not funny at all, you may be the exact person who most needs to come to this meeting, because I'm telling you, anyone can add humor to their presentations. You don't need to be a comedian, you don't need to do anything unnatural for you, and you really don't need to find a joke on the internet that you tell. So come to this meeting. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be one of the most fun times you've ever had at a meeting, because you're going to play some improv comedy games so you can actually experience this stuff. You're not just going to sit there and listen and write notes. Oh no. You'll be playing. We'll have some volunteers. You'll do stuff in your seats. So you'll have a lot of experience even just from coming to the meeting. You won't even have to, you're not relying on you to go and apply it yourself afterwards. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. And I promise you'll walk out of there with multiple techniques you can use to make your material more powerful and more funny right away. So I look forward to seeing you on the 15th. If you want to learn a little bit more about me, if you want to get a sense of my keynote speaking style, visit my website, motivationalsmartass.com. Yes, you heard that right, motivationalsmartass.com. And if you want to get an idea of my approach to speaking and some of the ways I work with speakers, go to speakingexpert.com. That's speakingexpert.com. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you and playing with you on June 15th. Thanks.